Alright, David Harry here, and I promise this video is going to be really quick. I've got an Amazon HD10 and some tempered glass screen protectors for it, and I'm going to put one on this right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is just show you what it says on the front and the back of the box. Now, if you want to read this at your own leisure, just please pause the video and then continue after you've finished reading. But I'm not going to hang around and kind of go through what it's saying on the box. And the main reason for this is because I don't really put too much stock into what gets said on the boxes for these things. What I like to do is test them to see if they work or if they don't. And what we're looking at now is the inside of the box. And once again, if there's any of that information there that you're interested in, then please just pause the video and read through at your own leisure. But what I'm going to do now is just pull out all the bits that are inside the box. So the first things out of the box then are the cleaning things. As we can see here, there's a couple of these little wet screen wipe things. There's also a cloth here. And then there are these sticky things here. Now I've got to be dead honest. Those sticky things, I think they're the worst thing in the world. Every time I've tried to do these things like on a phone or on a tablet using any of these kind of screen protectors and stuff, those sticky things cause far too much hassle. So I won't be using any of what you're seeing right there. And then the next thing out of the box are the two tempered glass screen protectors, of which I'll be using one of these in a second. But what I'm going to do now is show you another thing that's printed inside the box. So this is the other side of the inside of the box, and this has actually got an installation guide on how to prepare and to install the tempered glass screen protectors. Once again, pause and have a read through this if you want to, but like I've just said, I completely ignore all these things, and I'll explain right now why that is. So this is the Fire HD10, and what it is, the reason why I'm saying I completely just ignore all that other stuff is because I clean this myself, and what I tend to use is just a typical camera cloth for a lens. So what I do here, literally I just kind of like, breathe on the screen and then give it a really good clean. And in all honesty, I find that that's the best way to do this. That's the reason why I completely always ignore and avoid all the stuff that comes with these screen protectors, and especially those sticky things, because they just tend to cause way more grief than what they're worth. So basically what I do, I just clean the glass as best as what I think it can be, and then just before I apply one of the screen protectors, what I then do is just give it a nice little quick blast again, just blow any kind of like stray dust off it, and then just slap the glass on as fast as possible. That for me works the best. Now don't forget, this is not some kind of a guide on how to apply the glass. This is just me testing to see if this glass works okay for this. So here is one of the glass screen protectors here. So let me just get it out of its package. Now, first thing we need to do is just work out which way the tab goes. So the tab pulls down that way. So when I pull this down, the underneath is the bit that goes over the actual screen. Now what it is, I'm going to be dead quiet in a second, and I'm going to have to concentrate because I'm going to have to try and line this up as best as I can. Now before I do that, I'm just going to give it one last quick little clean on the screen. Hold on. I mean, this definitely is already clean as far as I can see, so let me just give it one little last blast there, then I'll give it a quick blow, see if we can get any extra dust off. Now I'm going to have to concentrate, so give us a second. I've put that on wonky, hold on. Like, here's a sec. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to wreck this now right there. Hold on. You shouldn't really do this, pull it back off again, but I've got no option here. Wait a sec, is that right? That looks like it may have gone on a bit better. Oh, what a mess. Right, here's a sec. Right, it should self-level, although it's got a big bubble right in the middle there. Oh, that's bad. Let me just see if that might come out. Oh, no. That bubble's not coming out anywhere. Right. Okay. Now, straight away, I'm going to say that that's probably all my fault what's happened there. So what I'm going to do, it's a good job, there's actually a second one here. So what I'm going to do is get on with the second one and see if I can get it on straight away first time. Okay, so I managed to get this one on relatively straight, but as we can see here, there's definitely some bubbles underneath the glass here, and I can tell you right now, the screen was spotless. I mean, some of these things here sometimes happen when there's dust, but there was no dust under the screen. Now give us a second, I'm just going to have another bash to see if I can maybe force these bubbles out. Alright, so after a little bit more effort there, just kind of like, you know, forcing the bubbles towards the edge of the glass like this, just pushing them out to the side, it's definitely got rid of the bubbles, as it were. Although, kind of here and here, there's a couple of little bits still on the screen. Now, I would like to think that I definitely cleaned this as best as possible. There's obviously the slight chance that there was a little bit of dirt there, but I don't think that there was. However, what I would say is, it is actually going right up to the very edge of the glass, and it's all stuck down really well, and there's no kind of bubbling at the edge, because quite often what you'll get is where the edge of the glass is, you'll kind of see that it doesn't kind of adhere properly to the screen, but this definitely is, so that's really good. Now, let me just check for one thing here then. Let me just switch this on, and let's see what it's like for sensitivity and stuff. So let me just whiz around the screen here. Okay, right. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just basically going through parts of the menu here and stuff. And that really is, yeah, that basically feels just like touching the screen. So on that point, it's really good. Also as well, now that there's something on the actual screen itself and it's showing a picture and what have you. Let me see if I can get this the other way around. Hold on. So now that there's something on the screen, it's really difficult to see that there was ever any issues after I put the glass on. Now, the first one that I put on, that was all my fault. It was lopsided, and as soon as it goes down, when you try pulling it back up, it's never going to stick properly going back down. So that was totally my fault. The second one, I think it's lined up really nicely. After I pushed the bubbles out, the bubbles went. There was a couple of marks left. Now, those marks could have been down to me. It may just not been perfectly clean at those points. But once there's actually a picture on the screen, yeah, I can't really see any issues as to what I've put on there. Okay, and more importantly, the whole thing is just ultra responsive. And from what I can see, there's no difference in the picture either. So now I've got a bunch of protection, but give us 1 second. Okay, so let me just do this. I don't want to scratch the screen really now that I've put this on. But there we go. I'm all over the place there with some keys. In fact, let me go like that with it and do this. I mean, you definitely wouldn't be doing that straight on the screen, so there we go. Let me just do all that. I mean, that's really giving it a bad time, to be honest. Let me just clean it all up a little bit again. And to be honest, other than the fact that it's all gone a bit grotty, it's not scratched, and it most certainly didn't scratch through to the screen, you know, at the back. So I think I can safely say I'm happy with this. Anyway, this video's dragged on for a little bit longer than what I thought it would do. So hopefully, you know, if you've stuck with it, you'd be happy yourself with this particular screen protector. And don't look at the way that I put it on, because obviously that was wrong. Anyway, there's going to be links for this in the descriptions below if you're into that. Also, as well, if you're into this stuff that I'm going to be doing with the Amazon things like the tablets and the Fire TV and stuff like that, there will be a playlist in the description to this video, which I'll be adding to over time time as I do more stuff with these Amazon devices and whatnot, things such as like the Google Play Store, playing games on them, and all kinds of jiggery pokery like that. Anyways, I'm going to shoot off now. If you've liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up, or if you found it entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to my channel, clicking on the bell notification icon and all that weirdness. Anyways, I'm David Hardy. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.